Hello everyone. Today we'll be going through Mathematics B Paper 2 Edexcel 15th Jan 2020 4MB1/02. Let us move to the question number 1. Question number 1 says A is equal to this one, B is equal to this one. A part, find the highest common factor HCF of A and B. So for highest common factor, we will be writing this A is equal to 2 raised to power 3 into 3 square into 5 into 7. Similarly, B is also given 2 into 3 raised to power 4 into 5 squared into 11. This is our A and B. Now we will be taking whatever common. So common is the minimum power which we will be taking out. So this will be HCF, highest common factor we are supposed to find. So we'll write HCF is equal to 2. From here we can take 3 square and 5, and these are basically the things which are common in both terms, common in both, and we can multiply this 2 into 3 squared, and this will be multiplied by 5 is equal to 90. So HCF will be 90. This will be the answer. Then B part is saying find the least common multiple or lowest common multiple LCM of A and B. So A and B, now again we will write A and B for B part. A is equal to 2 raised by 3 squared, and 5 and 7, and B is, I'm copying from the previous part, 2 into 3 raised by 4 into 5 squared into 11. And now this time you will, for HCF, we will be taking the maximum powers for LCM. So 2 raised to the power cube will be the maximum power, and similarly 3 raised to the power 4 will be the maximum, 5 squared will be the maximum, and 7 and 11 also will take for LCM, and we will multiply this will be 2 cubed and multiply by 3 raised to the power 4, and further this will be multiplied by 5 squared and multiply by 7 and multiply by 11, and this will be equal to 124740. 124740. This will be the LCM. For C part, they are saying find the least number that A must be multiplied by to give a square number. So to get square number, what we will do for C part, we can write a given A is this one, 2 cubed into 3 squared into 5 into 7, and to make a square number we will have to check, like for example this is 2 raised to power 3, so if multiply by 2 this will become 2 raised to power 4. This portion 3 square is already square, so 5 we can multiply by 5, so that it will be 5 square, and 7 will be multiplied by 7, so it should be 7 square. So these are the three numbers which we require to multiply. So we can multiply 2 into 5 into 7. So 2 into 5 into 7 will be equal to 70. So 70 will be our answer for this part, and this is B part answer. Now we can move to D part. D part is saying C is equal to this one. Work out the value of C, giving your answer as a number in standard form. So for D part, we have to provide the number in standard answer in standard form. So given C is equal to 3 into 10 raised to the power 205, basically 205 into 5 10 raised to power 205. So what we can do, we can change the sequence, like we can arrange them. 10 raised to power 205 into 10 raised to power 205. Now for these bases are same, powers can be added and these can be simply multiplied. So it will be 15 into 10 raised to power 205 plus 205, and this will be equal to 15 into 10 raised to power 410. Now answer need to be provided in significant in scientific form. So we'll put decimal after first, and this will be 10 multiplied by 10 into 10 raised to 410, and this will be resulting to 1.5 into 10 raised to 411, and this will be the final answer for this question. Hopefully you understood this. Now we can move to question number 2. Question number 2 says the points with these coordinates and this one are vertices of a parallelogram A. On the grid, draw the and label the parallelogram A. So we need to indicate 2 and 1, 5 and 1. On this grid, 2 and 1, 5 and 1. 5 and 1 will be this one. So this will be 2 and 1, this will be 5 and 1. So next will be two more points, that will be 3 3 and 6 3. 3 3 is this one and 6 3 is this one. So this is the parallelogram which we can draw. We can draw like this one. So hopefully you are understanding. So this is transformation question. So this we have to label as A, so we can label as A this one. They are saying on the grid, and label the parallelogram as A, which we have done. Now B part, parallelogram A is transformed to parallelogram B under the transformation 2 and minus 5. On the grid, draw and label B 2 and minus 5. So 2 and minus 5 we will be checking. So we can check this point 2 units right. So 2 units this side will be this point, and um, 5 units down will be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. This will be the point which we can shift, and these we will erase. So matrix is 2 and minus 5, which we are using for translation. So this point we have translated over here, and similarly we can translate the rest of the points also. One point will be over here, and accordingly the other points also we can shift, and this is basically parallelogram which we can draw. uh, if we draw this parallelogram, it will be over here, this one, and we have to label it as B. So we will be labeling this as B over here. This will be B. Now this B part is also done, and C part, they are saying parallelogram B is transformed to parallelogram C by a reflection in a line with equation x is equal to 2. Equation x is equal to 2 we have to draw. X is equal to 2 will be this line, x is equal to 2, and the reflection of this triangle, we will check how many units this point is. 2 units, so 2 units will be over here, and similarly we can draw this point also. We'll check, this is 3 units, so 1, 2 and 3 units this point, and next is 3 units over here, and 1, 2 and 3 units. We got the this one parallelogram, and we will be drawing this one like this over here. This will be our parallelogram C, which we will be labeling after completion. So this is C. We are done with C also, and now D part is saying on the grid. So this is the portion which we have done. Parallelogram C is transformed to parallelogram D by a rotation through 90-degree anti-clockwise about the point with coordinates -5 and 0 on the grid. Draw and label D. So -5 and 0 is center of rotation. So we will identify first -5 and 0. So -5 and 0 is basically this point. -5 is 0 is this point. Now we have to draw this one 90-degree rotation anti-clockwise. If we check the rotation, if we draw this line will be like this one. So now we have to rotate 90-degree. 90-degree we can use the right angle triangle, or you can use the protractor as you like, but I'm using the right angle triangle, and we can indicate the 90-degree anti-clockwise over here. So this will be our 90-degree anti-clockwise. Now we can draw, we can take this point 2 units away, and next point further 2 units over here, and the upper point will be 3 units over here and 3 units over here, and this will be the basically triangle which we no, parallelogram which we can draw. This will be 90-degree anti-clockwise rotation, and this will be labeled as D. So we can complete this one. This is done, and this, okay, so this is our D, which is rotated through 90-degree anti-clockwise. And with this last part, we are done with this question. Now we can move to the next question. Next question says this one. We can start with this question. Question number 3. Diagram is provided which is not to scale, and in the figure 1, A, B are 2 points. AB are 2 points on a circle with center O. The line AC is the tangent to the circle at A, and OBC is a straight line. AC is equal to 15. Angle OCA is provided as 25. This angle is 25. Calculate the area in centimeters square to three significant figures of circle B. So we have to calculate the circle area basically. So what we will do, we can identify this angle. This angle is what? This angle is this is 90 degrees. So this angle will be 65, because this will be 180. Basically this will be 90 minus 25, which is equal to 65 degrees. So this will be 65. Now after calculating this angle, we can find OA over AC in triangle OAC. We can write here in triangle for A part, in triangle OAC, OA over AC is equal to tan of 25 degree. Tan of 25 degrees. So basically our target is to find OA, which is the radius, and then we'll be able to find the area of the circle. So OA will be equal to AC is 15, which is given. AC is 15, so we will write 15 tan of 25 degrees, and if we calculate 15 tan of 25, and this will be equal to 6.99, 6.99, and this is OA. OA is this one, so 6.99 is the radius. Now we can find area of the circle. So area of circle is equal to pi r squared. This is area of circle, so this will be equal to pi r squared means 6.99 squared, and this will be equal to this number is already there, so we can write pi and multiply by answer squared, and this will be equal to 153.7. So 153.70, and our answer need to be three significant figures, so we can write approximately equal to 154. This can be answer, or this basically three significant figure will be 134 centimeter square. This will be answer. Now for B part says the region inside triangle OAC but outside the circle is shown shaded in the figure 1. Calculate the area in centimeter square to three significant figures of this shaded region. So this is basically the shaded region shown on the drawing, which we need to calculate. So if we find area of the triangle and subtract the area of sector, this will be the area of required shaded part. So we can calculate B part over here. B part will be what? First of all, area of triangle. Area of triangle, we can write triangle. Area of triangle will be half into base into h, and half into base is 15, and height radius we just calculated 6.99, and this will be equal to 0.5, which is half into 15 into 6.99, and this will be resulting to 52.425. 52.425. This will be the area in centimeter squares of the triangle. Now area of sector. Area of sector will be equal to, we know the formula. Area of sector is equal to what? Area of sector is equal to theta over 360 into pi r squared. This will be area of sector formula, which we will be applying over here, and this will be 65 is sector angle, and 360 into pi, and r square means 6.99 squared, and this will be equal to 65 over 360 and multiply by pi, and r square means 6.99 squared, and this is giving us 27.715 centimeter square. This is area of the sector. Now from area of triangle we will now we can find shaded area. Shaded area will be equal to area of triangle, area of triangle minus area of sector, and area of triangle we have calculated is 52.425 minus area of sector is 27.715, and this will give us so I will write one number is already there, so 52.425 minus answer will be giving us 24.7099, 24.7099. We need up to 3 significant figures. They are saying up to 3 significant figures, so it will be 24.7. This will be uh, rounded answer, centimeter square. So this will be the final answer of this question. Question number 4. In a race, Akash ran a distance of this much meters in this second. This average speed for his average speed for race was x meters per second. Show that x satisfies this equation. So we know speed is equal to distance over time, and speed is in this case x and distance in this case is 8 x squared minus 105, and time in this case is 6x plus 1. So we have replaced these values. Now we can just cross multiply, and it will be x into 6x plus 1 is equal to 8x squared minus 105. Now we can open the bracket, so 6x squared plus x is equal to 8x squared minus 105. Now we can shift this side, basically on this side we can shift this one to the other side, so it will be 8x squared and minus 6x squared minus x and minus 105 equal to 0. So 8 minus 6 will be 2, so 2x squared minus x and minus 105 is equal to 0, and this is basically the equation 2x squared minus x minus 105 which we needed to prove, which is done. Now for B part, hence calculate the distance in meters that Akash ran in the race. Show clear algebraic working. So we have to basically solve this one, and we can solve this equation to quadratic equation. 2x square minus x minus 105 is equal to 0. We'll be finding the solving this quadratic equation. Mode 5 3, and coefficient of x square is 2, then coefficient of x is minus 1 and constant is minus 105. We will find the pair 15 by 2 and minus 7. So 15 over 2 and minus 7 will change sign and utilize over here, so keeping gap, so it will be 2x minus 15. I have written from this first one, and from second one I will write x plus 7 equal to 0, and the intermediate step we can write 2x into x plus 7 and minus 15 into x plus 7 is equal to 0. Hopefully you understood this, and now we can write x is equal to 15 by 2, which is equal to 7.5, and x is equal to minus 7. So this one, x means what? X is the distance which cannot be negative, so we will reject the negative number, so it will be x is equal to 7.5. This will be the value, and we need to find the distance. They are saying hence calculate the distance in meters. So distance is 8x squared minus 105. So this x value we will replace. 8x squared minus 105 is equal to 8 into 7.5 squared minus 105 is equal to, we can calculate this, mode 1, so it will be 8 into 7.5 squared and minus 105 is resulting to 345. This will be in units will be what? Meters. So unit will be in meters. This will be our answer. We are done with this question number 4. Now we can move to question number 5. Question number 5 is a probability question, and they're saying Joy goes to school in winter. The probability that he wears a coat is 5 by 8, and he wears a coat. The probability that he wears a scarf is 1 by 4, and he does not wear a coat. The probability that he wears a scarf is 1 by 6. Complete the probability tree diagram. So this will be 5 by 8 if wearing coat, so 5 by 8, and remaining probability will be not wearing will be 3 by 8. So we can write 1 minus 5 by 8. This will be giving us 3 by 8. Now wearing scarf is 1 by 4, which is mentioned over here. So this will be 1 by 4, and this will be 3 by 4. And not wearing, basically not coat and scarf is 1 by 6. So this is 1 by 6. So remaining will be 5 by 6, which will be here. So we have done a part, which is completing the tree diagram. Now second part, B part, on a day Joy goes to school in winter. Calculate the probability that he is not wearing a coat and is not wearing a scarf. So not wearing coat, not wearing scarf will be this branch. So it will be 3 by 8 multiplied by 5 by 6, and this will be equal to what? 3 by 8, 3 over 8, and this will be multiplied by 5 over 6, and this is equal to 5 over basically this will be, we can multiply directly because this will be giving us simplified answer. So we can write it as 15 over 48, and the same thing we can basically write answer over here. B part is 3 over 8 into 5 over 6 is equal to 15 over 48, which is equal to 5 over 16. So 5 over 16 will be our answer. Now C part says he is wearing a coat or he is wearing a scarf, but he is not wearing both a coat and a scarf. So we will be wearing a coat or he is wearing a scarf. So for that one, C part will be wearing a coat and or a scarf will be 5 by 8 into 3 by 4, and this will be added with the other probability, which is 3 by 8 into 1 by 6, and this will give us answer. We can calculate this. So it will be 5 over 8 into 3 over 4, and this is equal to 15 by 32, plus we can write 3 over 8 and multiply by 1 over 6, and this bracket close, and this is equal to 17 over 32. So 17 over 32, this will be the probability for the C part. Now for D part says on a day Joey goes to school in winter. If he is wearing a coat and a scarf, then the probability that he is also wearing a hat is 3 by 5. Calculate the probability that on a day Joey goes to school in winter, he is not wearing all three of a coat, a scarf, and a hat. So we can subtract the rest of the, basically all three, not we will be subtracting from 1. So we can write this D part as 1 minus probability. All three probabilities we will subtract this one from 1. So this will be the required probability, and we can solve this one. 5 over 8, basically we can write directly 1 minus 5 over 8, this one, and multiply by 1 over 4, and this will be multiplied by 3 over 5, and this will be closed, and this is equal to 29 over 32. 29 over 32, this will be the probability. So we have subtracted basically from 1, uh, like wearing a coat, scarf and hat. Wearing all these things we have subtracted from 1, and this is how we got not wearing probability. This is also done. Now functions question number 6, and this says f and g are functions, two functions, such that f is given and g is also given, and with the condition x is greater than or equal to minus 1 by 2. A part state the value of x that must be excluded from any domain of G. So G, denominator of G is 3 minus 2x. So A part we can write 3 minus 2x is equal to 0. We will replace, and this implies 2x is equal to 3, x is equal to 3 by 2, which is equal to 1.5. So this value should be excluded, should be excluded. So this is done. Then comes B part. B part says find the value of A and the value of B such that this f of x is equal to this. So we have to write this f of x in completing square form, x square plus x minus 6. So we will write B part as basically x square and plus x minus 6. So we can write x plus 1 by 2, coefficient of x divided by 2 will be 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2 squared and minus 6, and further we can, this will be square, and further we can write x plus 1 by 2 squared, 1 by 2 squared, and this will be minus 0.5 and squared, and minus 6 is equal to minus 6.25. We can write here minus 6.25, or we can give the decimal value also, minus 25 over 4. This will be the fractional value. Now they are saying we have to provide this one a and b value, a and b. Okay, so a is equal to what? A is equal to 1 by 2 and b is equal to minus 25 over 4. These are a and b values which are required. Now for C part, they are saying hence write the range of f. The range of f is this one. We know this is the range. This portion is always the range in completing square format. So C part we will write f of x is greater than or equal to minus 25 over 4. This will be the range. Now for D part is saying find the value of C for which G inverse of 0 is equal to C. So we can write basically g of x in C format. So 2c minus in this g of x, in this value, this one, this value g of x, 2x minus 24 over 3 minus 2c. We can write this as 2c minus 24 over 3 minus 2c and put equal to 0. So this implies what? This implies 2c minus 24 is equal to 0, because denominator cannot be equal to 0, or we can shift, or you can say cross multiply and you will get this. So 2c is equal to 24. So c is equal to 24 by 2, which is equal to 12. So C is equal to 12 will be our answer for this D part. Now we can go to E part. E part says, given that f of x is equal to g of x, show that this is the equation which we have to show, and show clear algebraic working also. So we can write f of x is equal to g of x for E part. Given is f of x is equal to g of x, and f of x is what? F of x is x squared plus x minus 6, and g of x is 2x minus 24 over 3 minus 2x. Now we can cross multiply, so it will be x squared plus x minus 6. This will be multiplied by 3 minus 2x, and the other side will be 2x minus 24. And if we open the bracket, x square will be multiplied by 3, so it will be 3x squared. Then x square will be multiplied by 2 minus 2x, so minus 2x cubed. And next we can multiply x with 3, so plus 3x, and x with minus 2, so it will be minus 2x squared. Then minus 6 with 3 will be minus 18, and minus 6 with minus 2 will be plus 12x, and this is equal to 2x minus 24 is equal, so this one. Now we can simplify and arrange these terms, so we can write minus 2x cubed, and square terms, this one and this one we can simplify, so it will be only x squared, so it will be plus x squared, and x terms are this one and this one, which we can combine, so it will be plus 15x, and minus 18 is equal to 2x minus 24. Now we can shift these terms to the other side, and we will get 2x cubed minus x squared minus 15x and plus 18 plus 2x minus 24 is equal to 0. And further we can uh, add the like terms, so 2x cubed minus x squared, this is x term and this one is x term, so it will be minus 13x minus 13x, and 18 minus 24 will be minus 6 and equal to 0. And this is basically the equation which we were supposed to find, and this is the equation which we are done with. Now f part says, use the factor theorem to show that 2x plus 1 is a factor of this one. So we can use factor theorem for that one, and we have basically f of x. We can write f part will be this one, so 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. This is what given to us, and we can find value of x, so 2x is equal to minus 1, so x is equal to minus 1 by 2. This value we will be replacing in f of x to check whether it is resulting to 0 or not. So f of x will be equal to, which is given, 2x cubed minus x squared minus 13x minus 6. In this one we will find f of minus 1 by 2, and this will be equal to 2 into minus 1 by 2 cubed, and minus 1 by 2 squared minus 13 into minus 1 by 2 and minus 6. Now just we have to use the calculator to simplify and check whether it is resulting to 0 or not. So 2 into minus 1 over 2, and bracket will be closed and whole will be cubed, and next will be minus in bracket minus 1 over 2, and bracket will be closed and it will be squared, and minus 13 into bracket and minus 1 over 2, and bracket will be closed and last will be minus 6 and this will be resulting to 0. So which is equal to 0? So f of minus 1 by 2 is equal to 0. This this shows that this is a factor of this. So we have used the factor theorem and we have shown this one is a factor of this. Now G part, the curve with equation y is equal to f of x intersects the curve with the equation y is equal to g of x at the point A with coordinates p and q. P is greater than minus 1 by 2. Find the coordinates of A. So what we will do, we can divide basically and find this one. So if by dividing, G part is this one, 2x plus 1, and we will divide this 2x cubed minus x square minus 13x minus 6, and if we will first we can divide by x square, so 2x multiplied by x square will be 2x cubed and x square plus 1, so it will be plus x squared, and now we can subtract, this will be gone, this will be minus 2x squared and minus 13x minus 6. Now next we can multiply by minus x, so it will be minus 2x squared and minus x, and this will be changing sign, this will be gone and this will be minus 12x minus 6. Now we can do with minus 6 and this will be minus 12x minus 6, and further we can change sign and cancel, and answer will be x squared minus x minus 6. So we can take x squared minus x minus 6 equal to 0, and we can factorize this, and for factorization we can use calculator. So mod 5 3, and coefficient of x squared is 1, coefficient of x is minus 1, and constant is minus 6, so this will be giving us values 3 and minus 2. So 3 and minus 2, these values with the change sign we can use, this will be x plus 2 and x minus 3 is equal to 0. So intermediate step we can write like this one and equal to 0. So x is equal to minus 2 and x is equal to 3. So these will be the values. X is equal to minus 2 we will reject. Why we will reject? Because it is given in the question p is greater than minus 1 by 2, so we are rejecting this value, we are rejecting, and we will be taking this value x is equal to 3, and this value we will be replacing in y is equal to x squared plus x minus 6. If we replace in this, we will get 3 squared plus 3 minus 6, this will be y, and y will be equal to 9 plus 3 will be 12 minus 6, which is equal to 6. So x value is 3 and y value is 6, and this is the point which we were supposed to find. This is G part which we have done. Now we can move to question number 7. Question number 7 says this is diagram provided which is not accurately drawn. Figure 2 shows a right circular cylinder cut from a solid sphere of radius 4. The height of the cylinder is 2h. The volume of the cylinder is v centimeter cube. Show that this is equal to this. So what we can do, first of all, we can uh, complete this drawing. Basically, we can extend this line over here, and we can complete this triangle like this one. So now this is 4 centimeter, this is also 4 centimeter, because both are the radius of the circle, and this height, this side is 2h, which is provided over here, and this will be double of radius. This from this point to this point is radius, and this will be, so this length will be 2r. Now this is the information which we have from this triangle, and now we can basically by Pythagoras theorem, we can apply Pythagoras theorem, because this angle is 90-degree angle. So right angle triangle, we can apply Pythagoras theorem. So we can write for a part 8 square. 8 square means what? This is 4 plus 4. It will be 8. So hypotenuse square. 8 square is equal to 2r perpendicular square and plus 2h squared, which is height squared. If we open this, basically first we will make 2r as subject. So 2r squared is equal to 8 squared minus 2h whole squared. Now we can open squares. So it will be 4r squared is equal to 64, or even okay, 64 minus this will be 4h squared, and now we can find r square is equal to 64 over 4 minus 4h square over 4. So this will be cancelled and this will be 16, and now r square is equal to 16 minus h square. So this implies r is equal to under root of 16 minus h squared. We are taking only positive value because radius cannot be negative. So this is the r value which we found, and volume we know. We have to prove for the volume. So volume we know is equal to pi r square h. So basically we will solve over here. We can use this space. So volume is equal to pi r square h, and r value is over here, which we have just calculated. We'll be replacing this. So 16 minus h square under root and square, and h value is 2h. So this will be, v will be equal to, we can write v is equal to pi into 16 minus h square. Square root and square will be cancelled, and 2h. So we can basically write it as 2h as it is, and we can multiply, open the brackets basically. So it will be 32, 16 to 2 will be 32 pi h minus this will be 2 pi and h cubed, and this is equal to v. This is the equation which we're supposed to find, which we have done. Now we can go to the b part. B part is saying, using calculus find the stationary value to three significant figures, show your working clearly. So to use the space, basically we can solve b part over here. So b part is what? B part is, we have v is equal to 32 pi h, which we have just done in part A, which we are utilizing that result, and for the stationary point we will be calculating dy over dh, and dy over dh will be 32 pi, derivative with respect to h, and minus this will be 3 in 3, and power will be pulled first, and pi into h raised to 3 minus 1. So this will be equal to 32 pi minus this will be 6 pi h squared. So this is basically the value. Now we know that dv over dh will be equal to 0 for stationary point. So this implies 32 pi minus 6 pi h squared is equal to 0, and from here what we can do, we can take 2 pi common, and inside will be 16 minus 3h squared is equal to 0, and 2 pi is not equal to 0. This implies 16 minus 3h squared is equal to 0. So h 3h squared is equal to 16. So h squared is equal to 16 over 3, and h will be equal to square root of 16 over 3, which we can write as 4 over under root 3. And 4 over under root 3 is h value, which we can replace in v, and we know v is what? V is equal to 32 pi into h, which is 4 over under root 3, and minus 2 pi into h cubed, which is 4 over under root 3 cubed. And this is what we can find with the calculator. So it will be 32 pi, and in brackets 4 over under root 3, and bracket will be closed, and minus 2 and pi, and under root of 4 over under root 3, and this will be bracket close and raised to power 3, and this is equal to 154.775. So 154.775 up to 3 significant figures, you can write 155, and units will be centimeter cube because they are using centimeters. Yes, so we can write centimeter cube as units over here. This will be centimeter cubed. Now for the next part, C part is above, so we can move C part. This graph is provided. They are saying part of the curve with equation, this one is drawn on the grid, and find an estimate to one decimal place for each of the two values of h, for which volume of the cylinder is 100 centimeter cube. So 100 centimeter cube volume will be over here, which we can draw a line over here, and we will check the values from this one. X values, we will be checking the reference for this value, and for this value also we'll be checking the reference, and this value we can write like 1.1, and this value we can write 3.45, and this will be up to, they are saying up to one decimal place. Find the estimate up to one decimal place. So these values will be 1.1 and 3.45, or we can write 3.5. So these two will be the values which we are done with. Question number 8. Diagram is provided which is not to scale, not accurately drawn. Figure 3 shows the plan of a floor A, B, C, D, E, F in which all the corners are right angles. CD is equal to X and AF is equal to Y, which is provided over this one and this one. And the length of DE is twice the length of CD. DE is twice the length of CD, so this will be 2x, and then the length of FE is twice the length of AF, so this will be 2y. The perimeter of the floor plane is 68 meters. Find and simplify an equation in terms of x and y for this information. So what we can do, perimeter basically we are targeting for. So we have these sides, but we don't have CB, so we can write CB basically 2x minus, so we can write this as 2x minus y, and we don't have AB also, so AB we can write 2y minus x, so we can write this as 2y minus x. So now we have all the sides which we can write as perimeter equation. So A is what? this will be all sides we will be adding. One is x, then x, 2x. We will be starting from this side and adding all the sides. X plus 2x, x plus 2x plus 2y plus y plus 2y minus x, and plus 2x minus y, and this is equal to 68. We have added all the sides of this given shape and equalized to 68 because this is given as 68. Now we will be adding like terms, so x, 2x, 3x, 3x plus 2x, 5x, 5x minus x will be 4x. So this is 4x. Now we can add y. Y is 2 plus 1 will be 3, 3 plus 2 will be 5, 5 minus 1 will be 4, so y will also be 4, so plus 4y is equal to 68, is equal to 68 because there's no constant term on this side. So now we can divide by 4, so x plus y is equal to 68 divided by 4 will be equal to 17. So x plus y is equal to 17. This is the equation they are looking for over here. Find this and simplify the equation in terms of x and y. Now B part, the area of the floor plan is 248. Show that this is equal to 248. So for that one area, we can split this into two shapes, and that one, two shapes we can split over here, and this area will be y multiplied by 2y, one side multiplied by other side. This will be area, and for this one it will be x multiplied by this side, which is 2x minus y. So this one and this one will, adding these two will give us the area, which is equal to 248. Now we can write the equation for B part, y into 2y and plus x into 2x minus y is equal to 248. Now we can open the bracket, so it will be 2y squared plus 2x squared minus xy is equal to 248, and this is basically the equation which we were supposed to write, which we have done for the B part. And C part says find the possible lengths of A, B, show your clear algebraic working. And what we can do, we can take part A, this one result we can use, x plus y is equal to 17. So C part, x plus y is equal to 17. This implies y is equal to 17 minus x, and this value we will be replacing in this B part, and this will be 17 minus x squared plus 2x squared minus, we need in terms of x, so we are replacing y as x and 2. So now we can open the bracket, so it will be 2 into this one will be a square, means 17 squared will be equal to 289. Here we are using the formula, basically a minus b square is equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab. This is the formula which we are using. So 289, which is a square, plus b square will be plus x squared minus 2ab will be minus 34x, and this one plus 2x squared and minus x will be multiplied inside, so minus 17x, minus x into minus x will be plus x squared, and this is minus 248 is equal to 0. I've shifted this 248 also to the side. Now we can open this bracket. 289 multiplied by 2 will be equal to 578. 578 plus 2x squared minus 34 4 multiplied by 2 will be equal to 68. So 68x and plus 2x squared minus 17x plus x squared minus 248 is equal to 0. Now adding the like terms, so x squared, and x squared. So this implies 5x squared. Now we can go for x. X is over here and this one. So two terms minus, both are minus. So minus 68 minus 17 will be equal to minus 85. So minus 85x. Now we can go for the constant term, and the constant term is 578 and minus 248, and this will give us 330 plus 330 is equal to 0. Now we can divide everything by 5 so that we can simplify. This will be gone, and 85 divided by 5 will be what? Divided by 5 will be equal to 17. So x squared minus 17x and minus 330 divided by 5. 330 divided by 5 will give us 66. So minus 66 is equal to 0. Now this will be our quadratic equation, which we can solve by mod by 3, and this will be coefficient of x square is 1, minus 17 coefficient of x, and minus 66 is the constant value. And you can use basically the quadratic formula also, whatever you like. So this is basically plus 66 and we have written minus 66. That's why it's not giving the proper answer. So we'll re-enter the values. Coefficient of x square is 1, then minus 17 is coefficient of x, and plus 66, and this will give us 11 and 6. So we can write x minus 6 and x minus 11 with the change sign. So intermediate step, we can write x, this x, into this term which is x minus 11, and then minus 6 this one, and this term which is x minus 11 equal to 0. Hopefully you understood this trick. Now what we can do, we can write x is equal to 6 and x is equal to 11, and y, we know y is equal to 17 minus x. 17 minus x is over here, this one we are using this. So we can write 17 minus x, which we can use 6, which is equal to 11. So point will be 6 and 11, and if we use the other equation, y is equal to 17 minus 11, if we use this value, it will be y is equal to 6. So our point will be 11 and 6. So these will be the 2 points. So A, B, basically they are saying in C part, find the possible value, possible lengths of AB. Now to find AB length, we can use AB is equal to 2y minus x. If we check AB, AB is 2y minus x. This is 2y minus x. So we are replacing these points which we got as x and y value. If we use x as 6 and y as 11, so this will be 2 into 11 minus 6, which is equal to 16. And for this one we have used 6 and 11 point, and if we use 11 and 6, we will get AB is equal to 2y minus x, which is equal to 2 into 6 and minus 11, which is equal to 12, minus this will be 1. So AB is 1 to 16. This will be our final answer for this question. Hopefully you understood this. Now we can move to the next question, which is question number 9, matrices question. This is easier question, and A is provided, B is also given. The transformation with matrix A is equivalent to the transformation that with the matrix B followed by the transformation with matrix C, where C is a 2 cross 2 matrix. Find the matrix A. So we can write equation A is equal to CB, because A is equivalent to the transformation with B followed by the transformation with C. So this one we can write like this. So A is given 3 minus 1, 4 and 2, and this will be equal to C matrix, which we don't have, but we can write the members as A, B, C, D, and we can find the values of A, B, C, D, and B is given, which is 3, 2, minus 1 and minus 2. Now we can multiply these two matrices. So first row, first column, and this will give us 3a and minus 2b, basically plus 2b, 3a plus 2b, and the second term will be first row and second column, and this will be a into minus 1 will be minus a, and b into minus 2 will be minus 2b, and this will be the second term. Now we can use the second row and first column, so it will be c into 3 will be 3c and plus 2d, and the second row second column will be minus c and minus 2d, and this side will be as it is, 3 minus 1, 4 and 2. Now we can equate the equations and solve. So 3a, this one is equal to 3, so we can write 3a plus 2b is equal to 3, and this basically the other term, this one, minus a minus 2b is equal to 4. So and the other two equations also we can equate, like 3c plus 2d is equal to this one minus 1, and minus c minus 2d is equal to 2. So we'll erase the extra explanatory lines. So this is done. Now we can solve these simultaneous equations. So adding, this will be gone and this will be gone, so this will be 2a is equal to 7, so a is equal to 7 by 2. So this is a value, and c value we can find, c value will be 2c is equal to 1, so c is equal to 1 by 2. Now from these two values we can find a and b value. So a value we will basically b and c value, b and d value. So this second equation, minus a minus 2b is equal to 4. In this one we will replace the value of a, which is 7 by 2. So minus 7 by 2 minus 2b is equal to 4. This implies 2b is equal to minus 7 by 2 minus 4, which will be equal to, we can find this, minus 7 over 2, and minus 4 is equal to what? Minus 4 is equal to minus 15 by 2, 15 by 2, or b value will be equal to minus 15 by 4. So this is our b value, this is our a value. Similarly we can find on this side d value also. So minus c is 1 by 2 and minus 2d is equal to 2. We are replacing in this equation, and 2d will be equal to minus 1 by 2 minus 2, and now we can shift this 2 also to other side. So 2 into minus 1 by 2 minus 2, and d value will be 2 into minus 1 over 2 and minus 2, and bracket should be closed, and this will be equal to this will be equal to basically This is not 2, this should be 1 by 2 because we have shifted this 2 as denominator. So this one, we will change this as 1 over 2 and we have to rewrite. So 1 over 2 into bracket minus 1 over 2 and minus 2 and bracket should be closed, and this is equal to minus 5 by 4. So D value is minus 5 by 4. So this is D value, this is C value, and these values we can write in the form of matrix. So A, B, C, D, at the proper location we can write 7 by 2, and B is minus 15 by 4, and this is 1 by 2 and minus 5 by 4. And we can take minus 1 by 4 common, and inside will be minus 14, minus 2, 15 and 5, and this will be the final answer ABC values which we are done with. Now we can move to question number 10. Question number 10 says the triangle ABC has sides AB is 10, BC is 7 and CA is 6 centimeter. Calculate the area of in centimeter square to three significant figures of triangle ABC. We need to find the area, and for finding area we can use basically sine rule, but for sine rule we need angle which we don't have, but we can use cosine rule to find this angle, and this angle is basically we can take as theta. So we can find this theta by cosine rule. A part we can solve this one. So one opposite side, this one 7 square will be equal to one side square plus other side square minus one side into other side, one side into other side into cos of theta. Now this theta value we can calculate. We'll be shifting the terms to the other side, so we will get 7 square minus 6 square minus 10 squared, and this will be divided by minus 6 and 10, and this will be equal to cos theta. So theta we can check for cos inverse of 7 squared minus 6 squared minus 10 squared, and this will be divided by minus 6 into 10, and this is what we can calculate. So we can check cos inverse of fraction 7 squared minus 6 squared minus 10 squared and divided by minus 6 into 10 will be 60, and this one will be equal to, we are done with some syntax error over here, and which mistake we have done. Basically we need to check this should be into 10 6. Basically we missed 2 in this formula, 2 into this, so 2 will be here and 2 will be here, and this one will be, instead of 60 it will be 120, and now this will be giving us 43.53. So 43.53 will be this angle which we can show this one. So this angle is basically 43.53. Now we can split this in this triangle into two, or basically what we can do, we can find this area is required, right? Calculate the radius in A part is calculate the area in centimeter cube. So area basically we need to find. We found angle. After finding this angle we can go for the area by sine rule. So area will be equal to half into base into height, not base into half into one side into other side, half into a b into sine of theta, and this will be 1 by 2 one side is 6 and other side is 10 into sine of 43.53 degrees, and we can find this. So this will be this angle. I'm keeping this, so sine of this angle, so we can use 1 over 2 multiply by 6 multiply by 10 into sine of answer, and this will be equal to 20.66. So 20.66, this implies 20.7, so centimeter square. This will be the area. So this A part is done. Now we can go for the B part. B part says figure 4 shows triangle ABC and circle inside the triangle so that each side of the triangle is tangent to the circle. Calculate the radius in centimeter to two significant figures of the circle. So now what we will do, we can uh, draw basically the radius, and if we draw the radius, so one radius will be this one, second radius will be this one, and third radius will be like this one. So now what we will do, we will take 1 by 2 into, there will be three triangles basically. So this is R, this is R, and this one is also R. So if I split this into three triangles, one triangle will be this one triangle we can consider this triangle, and area will be half into base into height. Base is given, which is 10 centimeter, height is R. So one triangle we will be considering this one, and second and third triangle we will, if we join this with this, so we will get second triangle, we will be considering this one, and this we can shape like this up to this. So this will be our second triangle, which will be also half into base into height. Base into height means base is 7, so height will be R. And the third triangle which we want to consider is this one. So we will be adding the area of all three triangles, and we will be finding the value of R by adding this area. So we can do the B part. B part says 1 by 2 into base into height, which is R, plus 1 by 2 into base into R. These are three triangles which we have just now shaded, and the area of triangle we just now we found in this part is 20.7, which we can write over here, which is 20.7 centimeters square. Now we can add them all. So this, after cancellation, this will be 5, this will be 3, and this will be 3.5. So 5 plus 3, 5 plus 3 plus 3.5 will be equal to 11.5. So 11.5 R is equal to 20.7. So R will be equal to 20.7 divided by 11.5, and 20.7 divided by answer is equal to 1.8 centimeters. This will be the radius of the triangle which we found. So radius will be 1.8 centimeter. Question number 11, find the range of values of x for which both this one and this one and show your clear working. So we will take both the statements and separately solve. 2x plus 12, we are multiplying this. So 12 minus 9x is less than 8x. This one we have written this, and we will be solving this. So minus 7x is less than basically minus 7x, and 8x also we can shift to the side. So minus 8x is less than minus 12, and this will be minus 15x is less than minus 12, and we can divide by minus 12. So x is greater than 12 over 15, because we are dividing by negative number, sign of inequality will shift. So we have done this side, and this will be what we can cancel with 3. 3 4s are 12, 3 5s are 15. So x is greater than 4 by 5 we got from this side. And from this side we can write 6x minus 5 is less than equal to, we can open square, and formula will be using a minus b squared is equal to a squared plus b squared minus 2ab. This will be the formula. Or you can multiply, like for example 2x minus 3 multiply by 2x minus 3. In both cases you will get the same answer. So I'm applying formula, and that will be a square mean 2x square, so it will be 4x squared, and plus 3 squared will be 9, and minus 2 into 2 into 3 will be 4, 12, so 12x. And now we can simplify this, we can shift everything to other side, so it will be 4x squared and plus 9 minus 12x minus 6x plus 5 is greater than equal to 0. Now 4x squared, x is minus 18x, adding like terms, and this will be plus 14 is greater than equal to 0. Now we can divide by 2, so 2x squared, because 2 is common, so minus 9x, and plus 7 is greater than equal to 0. And we can factorize this, so mod 5 3, coefficient of x square is 2, coefficient of x is minus 9, and constant value is 7, so this will be 7 by 2 and 1. So 7 by 2 and 1 values change sign and utilize, so it will be x minus 1, and the other will be 2x minus 7. So basically this will be intermediate step will be x into 2x minus 7 and minus 1 into 2x minus 7 and greater than equal to 0, and this is greater than equal to 0. Now we can find x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 7 by 2. Now we will check by drawing a rough sketch. We can check basically. So if we draw the coordinate axis and the curve is intersecting at 1 and 3.5, 1 and 7 by 2 or 3.5, so curve will be like this one. So this point is 1 and this point is 3.5. If we consider this point, which is x is equal to 4 by 5, and 4 by 5 will be what? 4 by 5 will be equal to 0.8. So 0.8 will be on this side over here. Basically 0.8 will be closer to this one, so 0.8 we can write over here, and we require y value which is greater than this. So greater than this means we will require this side, plus we will require up to this 0.8, this shaded portion. Hopefully you understood this. So I will increase size a little so that you can see properly this one. So we require this side and this side up to this one. up to this 0.8. And for the values which we have to mention, we will be writing x should be greater than 4 over 5, which is 0.8, and it should be less than equal to 1, which is provided less than equal to 1 is this one, and the second and the other range is what? X should be greater than equal to 3.5, which is this side, which we have done. So these two shaded parts we have given as range, and this will be our answer for this part. Hopefully you understood this. This is question number 7. Question number 11, 7-mark question. This is easier, but you should know the technique how to solve this question. Now question number 12. A company produces bird food made with sunflower seeds, corn and millet. The weights of these three are in this ratio basically. The total weight of the bird food in each bag is 30 kg. Calculate the weight in kilogram of corn in each bag of the bird food. So in each bag we required corn. Corn is required. So corn is over here in the middle. So 3 is the corn. So for A part we can write as corn will be 3 out of 12. 3 portions out of 12, and each bag is 30 kg. So we'll check how much is corn. 3 divided by 12, and this should be multiplied by 30 is equal to 7.5. So 7.5 kg will be the corn. This is the easier part which we have done. 2 marks question. Good. So for part B, Tom buys bags of bird food from the company and sells them in his shop. He sells each bag for this many dollars. He makes a profit of this one. Reverse percentage basically. Calculate dollars. How much Tom pays the company for each bag of the bird food he buys. So X, if we suppose X as the amount, so X will be 117 because this is 17%, so we'll add 17.5% and in 100 and divided by 100. This is the technique which we are using for in if profit. In case of loss, this plus will be changed to minus. So this is equal to, they are given 15.4, this one 15.404, 15.04 is provided, and we can now solve for x. X is equal to 15.04 multiplied by 100 and divided by 100 plus 17.5, and this will be equal to fraction 15.04 multiplied by 100 and divided by 100 plus 17.5, and this is equal to 12.8. 12.8. This will be the price, basically the buying price in dollars. So calculate in dollars how much Tom pays to the company. So this will be in dollars. This is answer for the B part. Now C part. C part is saying calculate the number of bags. This one, the bags are filled with the bird food at a rate of 530 grams per second. So we have to calculate the number of bags of bird food that are filled completely in 6 hours. So 6 hours, first of all we need to find how many seconds, because this information is in grams per second. So 6 hours will be converted into C part. We can solve over here. So 6 hours will be equal to 6 multiplied by 60, and this will be minutes, and further multiply by 60, this will be seconds, and this will be 6 into 60 into 60. This will be equal to 21600 seconds. And now we can check for the this one information. 530 grams per second. So 530 grams into 530 grams multiply by each second. How many seconds? This many seconds. This one. This many seconds. And we have to convert into kilograms, basically grams. So kilograms are 30. So this will be multiplied by 1000 to convert into grams. And this will be equal to how much? This will be equal to 530 fraction also we can take and multiply by 21600, and this will be 30 and multiply by 1000, and this will be equal to 381.6. 381.6. So 381 are the complete bags, and this is additional portion. But in the question they are asking for calculate the number of bags of bird food that are filled completely. So we are not considering this additional portion. Not this one. This is part B. We have to go to part C. This one. This additional portion we will not be considering, and we will be writing as this many bags. Hopefully you understood this C part as well. Now they are saying next is what? Next they are saying D part. Sunflower seeds cost this many pound for 30 kg from farmer A. Sunflower seeds cost this many dollars for 25 kg from farmer B. And this is the conversion ratio. Find which of the two farmers A or B sells sunflower seeds at a cheaper cost per kilogram. You must show your working. So this is easier way. What we can do, we can take the separate. This is basically a D part. So for D we are having farmer A and farmer B. So for farmer A, rate per kg is what? Rate per kg is 150.75 for how many kilos? 30 kg, and this will be in terms of pounds, and this is equal to what? 150.75, and this is divided by 30 is equal to 5.0. So 5.025. This is in terms of pounds. And now we can calculate for B as well, and B is rate. This will be 162.35 divided by 25 kg, and this will be in dollars, and this is equal to 162.35 and divided by 25, and this is equal to 6.494 dollars. Now basically we need to check which amount is lesser. That will be the cheaper one. So we can convert pounds into dollars or dollars into pound. Basically we need to equalize them. So what I will do, I will change these pounds into dollars. So pounds are 5.025, and this will be equal to 5.025 multiplied by conversion ratio 1.315, and this will be equal to 5.025 and multiply by 1.315, and this will give us $6.60. $6.60, and now we can check. This is $6.60 and this is $6.49 per kg. So this is cheaper. Basically, farmer B is cheaper. We can write here farmer B is cheaper. This will be the answer for this part. We are done with the paper. Hopefully you understood each and everything, and if you like the video and you want the in more videos of this kind, don't forget to press bell icon and press like button as well. Recommend this channel to your friends and class fellows. Also introduce this channel to your respected teachers. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye.